Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft video. I've got a bunch of food ready. End of last episode, we'd made ourselves the blood altar. I do want to get to the tier 2 of that today, and I decided to record it because it is actually pretty nasty to do. So we're going to need a few things now. We've already done the other world leaves. We've got darkstone, pulsating. I'll need to get the bees going still. The blank slate though, this is where we're going to need to put some darkstone into the blood altar. We're also going to need to make the vial of crimson shade, which is made in the Botanical Brewery. The Botanical Brewery, of course, is made with a whole pile of things. The cutting fluid, which is needed, the alchemy table needed for that. So we're going to need to make an alchemy table first of all. Stone, blaze road, gold, some planks, and this, a blood orb. So the blood orb, I mean, that's the tier 6 one, but it can be any blood orb. It can be the weak one, which is the one we're going to make. We need a shard of oblivion. So what we'll do first is we will get the shadow gems and that. We will need... Yep, so we have just enough shadow gems for that. We are going to need the... Oh, I can't even remember what it is called. Archmage, Master, Magician, Weak. Transmutation gem. Right, that's the word I was looking for. Now we've got heaps of those. We've got one that's got 5 charges left, so we can do that. Get ourselves another shard. We're going to need... darkstone, cobblestone, darkstone. So 32 of those would be handy. So we're going to need blank slate. What are we going to need? Like 8 of them maybe. Oh no, we get 4 out of each one. So maybe a couple of those. But it won't hurt to have more of them. All right. So we've got tons of food, sacrificial dagger. Now, 4 buckets in there, which is pretty good. Let's throw that on. Wow, it's taken a while to do that one. Now, I have a feeling that orb was, 2000 LP, so that's going to get all the way down to 2. But while we're here, let's do some more of that. Eat some more food. Go for the potato soup next. There we go. 1 weak blood orb. Fantastic. So now we can throw some of that in. So it's pretty slow. I think we might have to make some speed runes as some of the first things we make. There we go. Healing up nice and fast again. Yeah, it's just not going to be too long to do all of this. And maybe one more. Awesome. Now we can eat our soup. That'll recharge me. I'll come back and do the rest of that later. Now, back down. Back down here, what were we doing? We were going to make an alchemy table first. So, we've got nearly everything we need, I think. Oh, look, we do. It just takes normal stone. So we put our blood orb in there, take the alchemy table, and it should leave our blood orb alone. So it stores the essence, but we don't need to use it. The alchemy table I will put back upstairs, and then we're going to need to make, not the incense altar. Well, we are going to need to make an incense altar as well. So let's see what we need for that. We are missing that sort of charcoal, and that sort of charcoal is made from wood in the coke oven. So let's just grab half of that. Set some of that going. Now we also need our ender bees to be doing bits and pieces. So let's grab an ender princess and a drone. And what I'll do is we will analyze. So the flower type is the end. It's only going to produce one offspring. The territory is large. Now that's interesting. And the effect is the ends. So what I might do is I was going to program these with some of the better traits. But I kind of, that large territory might be interesting to keep. So what I will do, yeah, it's not a tolerant flower either. And it likes cold and up one. So it will work as it is, but it's only going to ever produce one drone out the other side, which isn't quite what we're after. So what I will do is, yeah, I'm going to have to make another one of these, but this one, see how it's got all those extra things in it. I really want one that just has more offspring. And that's the only thing that I'm going to give it. And that is just because it's going to, like, I want some of those other traits, basically. So one of those. And I'll go and do that off camera. And the other thing we were going to do was, let's just place our alchemy table. And see what that looks like. Now, where do we want it? Over this side? No. Blood magic, I think, can be over here. And that, of course, is decided to go the wrong way. We want it... Yeah, there we go. Cool, so now we have an alchemy table. I'm not entirely sure what we need to do with this stuff. That blood orb, which I've left downstairs, will need to be put in there to get some blood LP to power it up. And then finally, so what do we need for that? Yeah, the Botanical Brewery is what we need. So this is going to take a bit of doing as well. Living rock we've got, block of mana steel, pretty easy. We can throw the steel in there. Spellbinding cloth, we're going to need like 8 mana weave, and each one of these is 4. So that's what, 32 bits of string in there. The mana pill, again, pretty easy stuff. Incense altar we're trying to make at the moment. And then the cutting fluid in the alchemy table is coal, gunpowder, redstone, a water bottle, plant oil and sugar. Plant oil is also in the alchemy table. Oh, pretty easy stuff. So we just need bone meal and some carrots or something. All right, so I'm going to gather up a few more of these bits and pieces. We'll see about making some of the bits and pieces we need in there. I'll get these ender bees going as well. And then hopefully we will, well, at least be ready for the next little step towards upgrading our altar. So I'll see you back here once again in just a bit. So once again, a bit more time has passed. We have made ourselves the alchemy table. My orb's already in it. Now we're going to need coal dust, sugar, redstone, gunpowder, the plant oil, 1 water bottle. We can't stack them, unfortunately. And this should make the last 2 ingredients that we need to make the vial of crimson. That one there, no, vigor. Actually, does it matter? Vial of crimson shade. So it's showing me all of them, but it's actually fortitude, magma skin. No, neither of those, none of those. That one? Crimson shade. Wow, okay, so fire charge, lapis, fermented spider eye, netherwort, and an iron ingot. So all of those pretty easy. Fermented spider eye, yeah, we can do that. And we got ourselves, there we go, basic cutting fluid, and the other one of these. Maybe there's not enough life essence in there. Now there should be a way to tell, but if I do that a bit, that might, let's put some in it. So I'm not sure how much is in there or how to tell. I'm pretty sure there's a way, but I can't for the life of me remember off the top of my head. That's enough to get us started. Come on. So I've done all the bits with the string as well, and I've done all the like the mana tablet or mana rune thing that we needed. So now over here, I also piped up my, there we go, my applied energistics. And as you can see, I've done the spellbinding cloth, the block of mana steel. These are the last two things to get a botanical brewery. Okay, so the cutting fluid does not get used up. And neither does the incense altar. That's weird. And neither does the... Okay, something's horribly broken with that. I'm not complaining, but we just got a free rune of mana and a block of mana steel and still managed to get the botanical brewery out. Weird. But I will take it. I will most definitely take it. All right, so that goes there. Botanical brewery, I'm going to need to figure out what to do with that because that's how we do this. So we're going to need to throw in all those things that I said before. The other thing that we need, so we've got the Otherworld, we've got blank slates, pulsating propolis. We do actually have a couple of those now as well as the Darkstone. So let's have a look. Oops, PU. Pulsating propolis, I've got 8 of those, cool. So I will just have to do a quick little bit more to grab the ingredients for this because as we saw, we're going to need some fermented spiralize and some fire charges, as well as some of these, which I'm pretty sure... Oh, I mustn't have any mana glass left. That's all right. I cannot for the life of me remember. It's greenhouse glass, which is the special stuff down the bottom. All right, so I'm going to have to make a bit more of that as well. So I'll be back in just a bit once we've got some greenhouse glass. Well, I've made it into mana glass and get the flasks and also all the bits and pieces ready to make that crimson stuff that we need, the violent crimson shade. So see you once again in just a bit. Alrighty, we have our brewery, we have a bunch of stuff. I've made some more mana glass. Now we should be able to right click, yeah, there we go, one of those started. Now we'll put one of those on, one of those on, one of those on, and one of those, one of those. Oh, there we go, mana's coming in. And cool. Don't know how long that's going to take, but stuff is happening. It's pretty funky. Obviously, I need to make myself some better mana spreaders or better flowers. We may have to try the thermal lilies and get some lava happening. There is a lava generator in this pack from actually additions, I think. So we could try that. Anyway, this is the last thing we are going to need. I needed to make greenhouse glass to make the mana glass. So we are going to make these. So we're nearly there. This is the last thing we need. Violet Crimson Shade. We are going to need quite a bit of mana to it. Otherworld Leaf plus some Darkstone. So while that is happening, let's go for Darkstone, Cobblestone, Darkstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to make 2 lots of it. We're going to need 2 pulsating, 2 blank slates, 2 of those, 2 of those, and the... No, it's not under that. What was it called? That, anyway. Otherworld Leaf. Awesome, which means we're just needing 2 of these, and that could be taking a while to happen by the looks of it, unless... Ah, there we go. If I hold the wand, it shows me how long it is to go. Wow, so it is taking quite a while. That's 3/4 of the way through. Okay, I'm going to make this. I'll make the second one as well, and then I'll probably do this bit around the Runic Altar myself, because that's pretty easy to do and takes a bit of time with throwing all the mana across. But I'll be back once those runes are made, and we should be able to upgrade our altar. So, actually, you might just leave this. So close. Be good to record it finishing. Come on. And huzzah! Cool, Violet Crimson Shade. Awesome, so now I can just... And start again, cool. And I'll get the other stuff done. So I'll be back in just a bit once we've either made the blank... Actually, I will make the blank runes because it takes a bit of time with all this stuff. And we'll see about upgrading the altar. See you in a sec. Okay, we have made this thing twice over now, which means we have 8 of these blank runes. This now says Blood Altar. I'm not quite sure how we're going to be able to tell. I'm now an expert at using the axe. Fantastic. So let's just grab these things. Now, if we put these around, that should be that. It still says it only holds 10. Let's go grab the weak blood orb. Now, one of the ways we can check this is the next level of blood orb. I know there's other ways of doing this as well. So we need a block of redstone in there, and it needs to have 5,000. So we've got 5,000 in there, which is pretty nice. Let's just grab our knife. Just make sure we got a bit more in there. And we'll go and grab, look, so good having this up here. Redstone. Now this will only form in a tier 2 one, and I'm pretty sure just having that top level done like that is going to be enough. Yeah, there we go, and stuff's going down. So that will give us a next tier of blood orb. This black stuff is not actually to be replaced, so I've left the gap for where the next set of these blank runes are going to have to go. I'm going to need to make a ton of them. Like this next level takes 20, and then yeah, even more down the bottom level. What's that? An extra 20 plus 16, 36 for the next level, and then even more for the level below. As you saw, these 8 took quite a bit of doing just to make the 8. Yeah. Now, we can also upgrade these, so I will want to do some of these for probably, speed rune might be really handy. We need blank slate, which we can do in tier 1. The blank rune, of course, is there. Darkstone. Now, demon will crystals. These are going to be another interesting thing that we're going to have to make. Oh, there we go. Ta-da! Awesome. So now we have a tier 2 one of those. So we are definitely at tier 2. I'm pretty sure there's a thing in here that lets you see what each tier is. I can't remember what it is. It's I think it's the divination sigil. So alchemy array. Oof. Yeah, so I don't even know how to do this. We're going to need to start doing things with tartaric gems, which means we're going to need these demon will crystals in the first place. Hellfire forge we're going to need to make. Along with the Hellfire forge, we're going to need to make a demon, one of these bad boys, a demon crucible. Wow, we need a Hellfire forge first to make the demon crucible, and then from there we're going to need a demon crystallizer, which works in a chunk to make the demon crystals. Glass, stone. Wow, you need a whole other Hellfire forge in there to make one. So I might make a couple of these between now and next time. Refined corellium. Yeah, liquefied corellium ore. I did get some of those while I was over in the Abyssal Wastelands. Or we can transmute some stuff. Or, yeah, easy enough to do. I've got some of them. And then we've also got... Ethaxium could be a bit interesting. How do we make Ethaxium? Ethaxium comes from transmuting endstone in a transmutator, which is also Abyssal Craft, block of refined corellium, corellium bricks, corellium stone, corellium polymer. So if we cook corellium stone again, we end up with bricks, and if we use the bricks and this block of refined corellium is again the liquefied corellium ore, which I may put in the... Actually, I'm going to make that in the arc furnace because we get double. So yeah, we can do some stuff. So I might just build a few things between now and next time. Liquid corellium, we've got heaps of as well. So I might build ourselves a transmutator. I might build us a Hellfire Forge. Yeah, because we've got all the stuff for that as well. It's just the Athaxium that we really need. But even that, yeah, Transmutator, even that doesn't look too overly difficult. Depends how I go with that as to whether I make another episode on that. But that's what we're going to need to do anyway. We're going to need to make a bunch more of these machines, and then we should be able to make the crystallizer to start getting these demon wheel crystals, and then we can also update this pedestal again. In fact, I might make some more of these blank runes as well between now and next time, just to upgrade it a bit more. But that is all for this time. Yeah, as we get to the end of this episode, I'm aware that my channel, like I made this YouTube channel just because I was recording anyway, and it's a bit of fun, and I've been doing it for, well, just over 3 years, I think, and I've never really advertised, never really pushed it, but I've noticed that probably at the time I post this video, we're getting pretty close to 500 subscribers. Now, I know that's not thousands or millions like some of those guys out there, but I think 500 is pretty good going for a humble little channel. So thank you everyone for watching and subscribing. You know, it does keep me motivated to keep playing, and as long as these things keep being useful, I'll try and keep making them. But anyway, that is all from me for this time. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.